Hey, what's going on, you guys? Workout number 6 today. We did it. We made it. Jared and Camille coming at you today. We are going to show you, we're going to run you through your workout number 6 exercises. Again, just the same progression that you're used to by now. Workout number 5 should be easier, and so I'm not going to call it easy.
Right? It's not easy.
But it should be a little bit easier. You should have some good control. You should be able to keep that tilt, that TA activation, that stomach, braced in nice and tight through all of those motions. Good sets, good reps. That's what we're always after. And so let's get into workout 6. You guys have made it. Let's get into it. So Camille is going to lay down on her back. What a good model, though, you guys. She's been just crushing this.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, she's good. She's very educated. She's been through it before.
Sure.
And so let's get into it. So our exercise number 1 in workout number 6 is our tabletop with our double toe taps. And so to get into that tabletop position again, we're going for 90 degrees at the hips. We're going for 90 degrees at the knees. You should be able to flatten your back. We want that posterior pelvic tilt activation. We're going to suck in our stomach. So again, drawing that belly button in towards your spine, and then we're going to hold that position while we drop both legs down, nice and slow, tap, and then come right back up. Looks just like that. And so again, the physics behind this is we're actually taking the weight of both of our legs away as opposed to just one at a time. So it's a way that we increase the resistance by double. And so again, most important part is that I want your back flat and I want that stomach sucked in. You should be able to hold that stomach in tight while you're doing these toe tap planks. Nice job. And so your numbers there, we're going to do 10 touches 3 times. So 3 sets of 10 is what we're shooting for on that one. Exercise number 2, we're going to make things a little bit harder. Again, kind of using the principles of physics. My bent legs, to take those down to here, are going to weigh less than if I take my straight legs down to here. And so the way that you progress that one is going to be that posterior pelvic tilt, the abdominal brace. Now we're just going to do a double straight leg raise with it. So Camille's legs are going to lock out straight. She's going to, again, flatten her back. She's going to suck in her stomach. And then she's going to lower both legs down and then come right back up. Looks just like that. Arms can be wherever arms are comfortable. She's kind of got them underneath her hips. Some of you will find it more comfortable maybe to put them out to your sides. Some of you might even find it a little more comfortable. It's a little bit easier if you can even anchor your hands under something. So anchor your hands like under your bed or under your couch are some good options. But then again, our goal is that we're activating that TA, we're holding that in while we're doing this. This is one of my favorite lower ab exercises. This is one that I love to do in the gym just because of that reason right there. You get done with it and you're like, oh man, that burns. And so again, those of you who may have had or are dealing with that diastasis recti problem, you should have seen a pretty significant improvement by now. But again, we're not going to activate. I'm still not doing any sit-ups and crunches with you guys. This is a great alternative to those exercises. It's a great way to activate those muscles, but without putting a ton of stress. Basically, from your navel to your sternum is typically where that DR shows up. We're not working those muscles a ton. We're doing a ton of lower abs. We're doing a ton of the pooch, the mommy tummy.
Yep.
That's what we're all about. 3 sets of 10 on the double straight leg raises. Next, we're going to get into a dying bug. To do a dying bug, just like a bug that's like flipped over on its back and kind of flailing around, that's your visual. She's going to get into this tabletop position. Hips and knees are at 90. Now she's going to reach both of her arms up towards the ceiling. And so for me to do, basically we're going to do like a bicycle or even like a single leg toe tap, but we're going to add some arm motion with it as well. And so she's going to flatten her back. She's going to tighten that tummy. And so now as her left leg kicks out straight, her right arm is going to come up and over her head and then back together. And so now we're going to repeat that on the opposite side. Left arm, right leg. And again, her form looks great here. Tummy's nice and, or back's nice and flat. Tummy's nice and tight. Really trying to draw that navel in. Again, if you did have the DR thing going on, there might be a little bit of the cone thing happening. But again, the goal is to just suck in as tight as you can with these exercises. Workout 6, you guys. These are going to be tough. Like, we've definitely progressed up to this point. They're going to be a struggle, but I know that you can do them. With practice, with time, you're going to be able to do these. Nice job on the dying bug. 3 sets of 10 each side. So kick right, kick left, that's 1. Kick right, kick left, that's 2. You'll do 10, and then we'll do that 3 times. Okay, and so let's get into, we did this one, workout 5 with some single leg bridges. And so again, we're working anterior core, so we're working the front. We're going to work lateral core. We're going to jump into some planks, but now let's work kind of posterior core is going to be our single leg bridge. She's going to extend that left leg out straight, flatten the tummy, squeeze the butt on the right side. It's that right hip that's going to lift all of her hips just like that up towards the ceiling, and then come on right back down. And so it looks like that. So same exercise that we did last week. Last week we did 10 reps. This week we're going to do 12. So we're taking things up a level. We're going to increase that way. Okay, so 3 sets of 12 on your single leg bridges. That's exercise number 4. Next, let's get into a full side plank. And so with this one, she'll roll over onto her side. So she's rolling onto that left side. Left elbow is right underneath left shoulder. Both legs are extended out straight. Again, first step, we're always going to suck the tummy in, so she's going to draw that in to activate her transverse abdominis, and then let's lift the hips up off of the table. And so we're in the full side plank, same thing that we did with workout number 5, except we're going to have you hold this one for a little bit longer. We're going to have you hold it for 30 seconds instead of just 20. Again, most important part is we want that stomach to be sucked in while you're up. We're working a ton of lateral core. With that TA activation, we actually kick on that anterior core. That tummy, it's going to flatten out, ladies. This is exactly what we're after. So she's going to hold that for 30 seconds on the left, 30 seconds on the right, and then we'll repeat that 3 times. Finally, our last one, we're going to hit the vacuum one more time. And so at the last workout, we introduced the rotations. And so this is your last exercise on your last workout here. So we're going to hit the stomach vacuum again, but now instead of just the 3 rotations side to side, we're going to hit 5 rotations side to side. Now, that being said, you're holding the contraction for longer. Last workout, I kind of said, okay, hold your breath. I'm okay with that for 3 rotations. I want you to work on holding the contraction with breath control now. So it's going to be harder to hold your breath for 5 rotations than it is for 3 rotations. That being said, work on your breathing a little bit while you do this one. So Camille's going to breathe all of her air out. There we go. And then the stomach sucks in. She holds that. Now we're going to rotate 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She did it. She exhaled a little bit right there, so she was able to breathe while she did it. And so again, to emphasize this one, not a huge motion. There's not, we're sucking in that stomach. So we breathe out all of our air. Because again, we don't want, so just break it for a second. So right now, here I am relaxed. I don't want to draw my stomach in by taking a deep breath. I want to breathe all my air out and then suck in my tummy, and that's where that TA activation comes in. So breathe all your air out, suck in the TA, but then again, so we're not rotating at the hips. We're not just spinning like this. Hips are going to stay pointed straight forward, just a little motion to separate my shoulders from my hips. And so if you can kind of visualize that, here are my hips, here are my shoulders, it should be this. It should be my hips pivoting, my shoulders pivoting, not my hips pivoting. And so you guys are going to do that for 5 rotations each side. You're going to do that 10 times. And then my challenge here is that we work in one more set during your day. So hit it now while you're doing your exercises. Hit it one more time later in the day at another point in time. And you guys, that's it. That's it. And then you never have to do another core exercise as long as you live.
Not true.
Ladies, this is the starting point. You've made great progress until now, and I'm so proud of you. I know that this has been tough, but hopefully you've seen some pretty good improvement. Hopefully, I know, speaking personally with Camille, made great progress with this series. And, the ladies that I work with in my physical therapy clinic, these things are effective and these things do work. And I hope that you've seen that. Now, at this point in the game, and we were kind of talking a little bit before we sat down to show you these exercises, the question always arises, where do I go now?
What's
What's the next step? I can get through workout 6. I can do that with good form. Where do I go next? So at this point in the game, we should be at least 6 weeks. I recommend at least 1 week at each of these levels. So you're probably 6 to 12 weeks into this whole Mommy Tummy series by this point. We should be to the point where we can start to reintroduce some of those sit-ups and crunches and planks. But, keep in mind, you've learned a lot over these workouts. We still want that TA to be nice and tight. You want that TA active, so suck in your navel, suck in your belly button while you're doing some of those crunches, especially while you're holding that plank, while you're down in that tall plank position. Try to keep that core engaged, that TA nice and active. It's a great way to even take your progress to the next level. Now, getting back into the gym, doing like some home HIIT workouts, getting back into, those types of activities, green light at this point, you guys. You should be okay to do that. Core should be strong enough to kind of carry you through that. Obviously, if it hurts, don't do it, or alter it, modify it so that it doesn't, and ease your way into it. You don't want to jump kind of full steam. You're like, oh, I'm healed, I'm cured, like everything's fine. We've got a great core, we've got a great foundation, but still just be mindful of it, still be smart about it. And so that's it, ladies. Yep. You guys did such a great job. I hope that you found this beneficial. I hope that you found this useful. I've loved putting this together. I think I probably like putting it together a little more than Camille did.
Yeah, probably.
She crushed it. She did so great.
I love the results that come
There we
from
go.
it.
There we go. Eye on the prize, you guys.
Yeah.
And so thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time again on Tone and Tighten.